BlazBlue 5 is really a topic I never really want to, delve into all that much, mainly because I don't know when this is ever going to be a thing, if it ever becomes a thing. And BlazBlue 5 is a really hot topic. Like, well, not really a hot, like, it's like a topic I really don't want to talk about, but it's because I don't know what the hell could even happen at this point. There's still some, what's the word? There's still some threads hanging from Central Fiction, and God knows if it's just gonna, lead into a spin-off or some other media that's not even a game, like another light novel or some crap like that. Because, with the whole setting up stuff from like, setting up the whole Naoto stuff, setting the whole stuff up with S, and all the other crap, Relius, all that junk. We don't know if it's going to lead into BlazBlue 5 or is just going to lead into, any other media. And the story of BlazBlue 5 is something that I really can't even talk about. Now Terumi is dead. Now Izanami is dead. The main villain really we got left is Relius, and if he makes it that far, Carl. I doubt Carl will be a main villain, but Relius is the one threat we have truly left. And we still got several characters dead. With characters like that, we got characters okay, it's obviously Terumi / Susanoo / well, Hazma's still moving around, so he's a villain too. Characters like Susanoo are gone, Terumi is gone, Azrael's frozen again, though we already know Azrael's gonna break right back out. We know damn well Azrael's not done yet. He's gonna break right out. There's so little we know about Azrael that I know for a fact that Mori is not gonna keep him up in ice all that long, really, there's no way. We got two Tsubakis running around now. Noelle's a nun now. Lambda's a nun. Nu's out of commission, though. Since Mori he talked about in an interview how he was going to, put more emphasis on Nu. We could probably guess that she isn't down for the count yet. I guess some of the characters are out of it, Carl and Nirvana doing their own thing. Hakumen's out of the picture. Well, at least for now. Arakune's dead, though. Honestly, does anybody really care? Not trying to rip on Arakune, but doesn't really anybody care. Ragnar's gone, though we don't know if he's ever going to come back or not. I prefer if Ragnar just stayed gone, because if Ragnar brought back, kind of defeats the purpose of him, his old sacrifice at the end of CF, so... it would kind of suck. People want to oh, I want Ragnar back. But as much as I love Ragnar, I love the guy, but I kind of don't want to see him back, because... It just seems like a crap all over his sacrifice, and I don't want that whole, that whole crap. Lambda / Nu, her death in Continuum Shift, she protected Ragnar. I don't want that to happen again. That just cheapens the death, Especially after Ragnar's whole, whole journey led up to this point, it would cheapen it real bad. And considering Mori called this the C series, the Ragnar series, the Ragnar story arc, yeah, it would cheapen it by a lot. So no, Ragnar should not come back. They kind of felt like they placed more emphasis on Naoto becoming the next main character, which I don't have a problem with. Naoto did show some promise. With BBTAG's 2.0's new story mode, so Naoto did show some promise. So I'm looking forward to Naoto if he ever becomes a new protagonist. They did place some emphasis on he met Hazma before. He knows about a woman Hakumen look-alike, and that was kind of hinted at the end of CF. We got Tsubaki, hid behind the tree, pointing the Okami at Rachel. So Naoto's story isn't done yet, and I hope it doesn't lead into Bloodedge Experience 3. I want this to be a game. I don't want this to be Bloodedge Experience 3, because if it is Bloodedge Experience 3, then I don't know what the hell to even say at this point. Because, if it is, I'm like, what? Nah, dude, it better not be Bloodedge Experience 3. Or at least be a Bloodedge Experience game. Something. I don't know. And then there's the talk of Mori wanting the game to be 2.5D, which, I can understand him wanting to make it 2.5D, because I personally don't see them using sprites for much longer. With Cross Tag, you got the game practically being a sprite dump in a way. And, I guess I kind of see it Mori want to be 2.5D, because I don't know if being 2.5D, requires less time than making full-on sprites. I don't know. But I would kind of guess 2.5D would, take less time. I don't know. I personally don't know. I know sprite work takes a while, but as for 2.5D, I don't know if it's like, you know, easier to making a whole new sprite, which I'm going to take a guess it is. I don't know. But considering how fast like cross-tag, like, not sorry, cross-tag, like, you know, people who are working on 3D models at ArcSys, they're able to crap out these 3D models like nothing. Like, you know, they're able to make fighters, work on the DLC of fighters, make Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, going to make their DLC and Guilty Gear Strive all at the same time. Now, yeah, I know there are different teams working on all three of those games, but they're using the same, you know, whole 3D side of things. And, you know, the only thing Team Blue and other people working at ArcSys really, well, you know, regarding Team Blue, the only thing they're doing is cross-tag, and I haven't heard anything in a while for them. Like, it's cross-tag news has been kind of dead. We haven't heard anything. And, you know, EVO's coming up, so God knows if we're going to hear anything at EVO. If not, then it ain't no big deal. I know cross-tag isn't dead. There's no way it's dead at this point. I mean, it's just silent. You know, I hate when, like, they need to like, do more, like, you know, more announcements, but whatever. Anyway, BlazBlue 5 story, I just hope they kind of lead off what they did with Central Fiction, because if it leads into another light novel or another spin-off series, I'm not going to be a happy camper. Like, really? Like, at least do like an in-between time kind of thing. If they decide to do like a spin-off thing, like a light novel or a manga or whatever, at least don't make it like the next main arc or whatever, you know? It doesn't have to be a fighting game at this point. Like, you know, it could be an RPG like Mori always wanted to do. Like, just something, you know? But I know we're not going to see BlazBlue 5 for a while, you know? We're not going to see BlazBlue 5 for a while. We're not. And especially with cross-tag being the main focus of Team Blue and Mori's side, you know, Mori's pretty much focusing on, you know, cross-tag for now. And, you know, once cross-tag is really over and done with, then they're going to work on BlazBlue 5. That's my guess. You know, that's my guess, because I'm not guaranteed anything, you know, like, we don't know anything. And if they decide to keep the character sprites, it's going to be kind of awkward because you got some characters missing. They're going to create new characters, which is not a bad thing. We already got a couple of new characters that could easily be made, like, you know, the whole Subakuman. She could be a character that's, you know, made. And since Alpha was kind of teased at the end of Central Fiction, you know, well, obviously they wouldn't have the freaking Alpha symbol at the end of Central Fiction if it wasn't going to mint that. Like, Mori wouldn't have, like, there was no way in hell Mori was not going to tease Alpha if he didn't put the symbol at the end of Central Fiction, like that, the whole card about, you know, the crime and the punishment, etc., etc. There's no way Mori wouldn't have done that if it wasn't going to lead in Alpha. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's not going to be leading to Alpha. There's no way in hell. I ain't that stupid, man. Come on. Not trying to be an asshole, but come on, man. Really? No way. Like, he would just, like, yo, Mori's a troll. I'll give him that. But there's no way in hell he would just waste his time doing that. And then it's like, oh, it's not going to lead in anything. And, you know, you get, you know, also you get the Prime Field War. You know, that was touched upon in CF, but it wasn't really shown. And I feel like, you know, the next it's either Alternative Dark War or the next game is going to lead up to, like, you know, talk about the Prime Field War, because that's a topic I really want to see, especially with Mori, you know, teasing Gamma. Well, he didn't tease Gamma, he just drew a picture of her, but I don't think Mori would waste his time drawing Gamma if she wasn't going to be important. Because, you know, out of the entirety of the Prime Fields, all we know is Lambda, Nu, and Mu. And we don't know dick about freaking Gamma. We don't know dick about, you know, the other Prime Fields 1 through 10. You know, we don't know anything about them. So, you know, there's that. So I want to hope it's based on the Prime Field War. I don't know. This is BlazBlue we're talking about. It could be anything, you know. And, you know, there's still stuff about X-Blaze, which I feel like, you know, Mori's going to try to converge all his stuff into one thing. Like, I doubt BlazBlue 5 is going to be the last game in the BlazBlue series. Highly doubt it. But I don't know how long BlazBlue can go as a fighting game. Then again, Guilty Gear's been running as, you know, fighting games for more than 20 years at this point, you know. Guilty Gear's over 20 years now. And it started its roots as a fighting game, and it still is a fighting game to this point. Though it did dabble into, like, you know, that whole action game it did as a, that whole action game stuff. Like, Overtour, whatever the hell they called it, real-time strategy game, whatever the hell they called it. This wasn't a strategy game, it's like a real-time action game, whatever they called it. But there was Overture, they experimented with that. They experimented with games like Judgment, which is a beat 'em up game. They experimented with God, what's that? The Vast Edge, which was a pachinko game. You know, they experimented with stuff, and those ideas were kind of like not good ideas because Guilty Gear worked better as a fighting game. I'm not saying Overture was a bad game, but it was such a departure from, like, you know, actually Guilty Gear, and on top of it being released exclusively on the Xbox, it didn't do so hot, you know. It didn't do so hot, and it really Overture didn't do so hot. Like, no one played that game. no one played that game, man. I'm not saying nobody did, but like, no one played the Overture. And then obviously no one could play Vast Edge, and no one barely played, Judgment. So the more, with Guilty Gear tried to experiment off into different games, it didn't work too well. And with BlazBlue, I kind of hope if Mori doesn't decide to do another fighting game, hopefully he kind of goes back to the RPG he wanted to make. I kind of hope he does that, because he did want to make, BlazBlue originally started as a concept as an RPG game. And so I kind of hope that, if BlazBlue doesn't become a fighting game, he goes back to an RPG. BlazBlue would work good as an RPG, though it's been a fighting game for so long, I don't know how it's going to work. As for BlazBlue's future projects, we still got Alternative Dark War, whenever that's going to come out. I'm honestly kind of tired of thinking about Alternative Dark War, because it's a mobile game, and it's like one of those games I'm not going to be interested in, and considering that's probably going to be like, one of the BlazBlue, like, it's gonna be like that one BlazBlue thing. We're not gonna, like, let me slow down a bit. Once Alternative Dark War comes out, and BlazBlue 5 isn't anywhere in the distance, we're not gonna be seeing BlazBlue 5 for a while. Alternative Dark War is gonna probably play center stage, and that's my guess. All this is just theory cracking and speculation, because hell if I know what's going on. All I know is that Mori's focus right now is BBTAG, and it's been silent for a while, and, it's February now, and I think they're going to wait till EVO to announce something. But I don't know what they're going to announce, because if it's just another 4-character thing, it's going to be kind of weak, You got something big like 9.0, what I'm saying. 2.0, coming out with 9 characters. They made pretty much a big overhaul of the game, like, oh, it's a big deal. Like, I kind of hope they keep that momentum going, like, bring out more characters. Like, don't just like, oh, some 4 more characters. Like, just like make it like, I'm not expecting 9 like they did with 2.0, but like, get a good amount of characters. Don't just do 4 like you've been doing. Like, go, like, if you kind of set the high bar for 2.0, so just keep going like that. Like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Just don't, skip out on the characters. But that's a long ways away. And BlazBlue 5 is something I don't even know what could even happen. My guess is that they're going to trail off what they did in CF, and they're going to make it a 2.5D game. BlazBlue in 2.5D format, I don't know. And even the idea of more characters, because, leading off from CF, there's not that much in a way of new characters that are obviously seen, like with new characters that we could guess. Like, the only thing I could guess in regards to new characters is maybe Alpha and maybe Subakuman. That's it. Like, it's not like, because obviously, they didn't really tease at like any major new characters. Granted, with CF, they tease, my bad. Chronophantasma, they got like, characters like Izanami making it playable, Hibiki, 9, Jubei. Well, granted, we didn't know Jubei was gonna be playable, but hell, there he is. We got Jubei, Mai, with Chronophantasma, they set up a good amount of characters that we could guess that were going to be playable in CF. But with CF itself, we don't know. We don't know. My guess is Alpha and Subakuman. That's all I can guess, because there was like no set for anyone else, and we lost more characters that we saw coming. We lost a good amount of characters. Well, not a good amount, because with Move and Saya and Izanami fusing into Noelle. Well, granted, Move was playable in CF, and they treated her as her own character, but becoming one again as Saya / Noelle, we don't got We don't got Izanami no more. Obviously, she's dead. Nine's dead. You know, the characters like them, they're gone. And I doubt Izuyori is gonna be like. Well, Tsubaki and Izuyori are still around, but you know, they in the script of CF, like in the files, they call Tsubakuman Izuyori. So hell if I know. Maybe it's a placeholder name, duh. But if it's actually something significant, I'm gonna be like, what? But BlazBlue 5 is a really hard topic to talk about. I don't know what CF. Sorry, my bad. BlazBlue 5 can even be. It's if Mori is calling this the C series, we know that all I can guess is that the game's not gonna be called by BlazBlue C something. It's probably gonna be like, oh, Mori's gonna move to the letter D. Oh man, that'd be so stupid. But I don't know. BlazBlue 5 is a mystery, and it's something I can't even talk about because the moment I start talking about it, people are gonna be like, "Oh, there's no way this is going to happen." No, and then I hate those kind of conversations because people just want to get up in arms about stuff like that. I'm not even in a mood to even argue about it. Like, really, it's always an argument. It's always a goddamn argument, and I don't even want to deal with it right now. So I'm out, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Still waiting for anything BlazBlue related. Peace out.